Good evening, designers, and welcome to episode 87 million of Game of Rugs. Today we are going to quickly look at some scores. We are going to do a bunch of voting, and then we are going to talk about the daily in general, not just today's daily, but the daily. And we're going to discuss why it's called the daily fail. And we are going to talk about strategies for dealing with that. So I hope you enjoy this episode, and let's get started because I am curious about my results. So let's see, a Malaysian townhouse. Well, that's not dismal. I actually really liked this room, so I'm just going to be a bitch and say I'm disappointed in this score. I would have thought it would be a 4.7 or higher, but apparently I was mistaken. I do like this Lexington bureau, and my design is not more boring or inferior to any of the top scorers, although the top scorers have done limited edition dumps, so that's fine. And we do have these new Serene Sky and Botanical Harmony bundles. So, like, this is a bundle dump of that Blue Sky one, so fine. I actually sent in a bundle dump myself a couple of challenges ago, but at least I'm not going to show it to you guys. I don't know. They score well, but they're not creative or interesting, and I don't enjoy doing them. So, challenge results. Stunning in Helsinki. Man. Okay. To be fair, this is not stunning. And I probably shouldn't have done this room. But you know how sometimes you just keep working on a room and your brain is really invested in it? And you can be like, oh my God, that's so much better than when I started out. And while that may be true, it's still terrible, but you're drinking your own Kool-Aid there and failing to recognize that. Although, to be fair, a number of these rooms are fairly dismal. I mean, this is depressing. Do you know what? It's not the fault of any of the top scorers here, but this room actually looks like the waiting room in a funeral parlor. It is just a terrible room. It's so depressing. Yeah, okay. Well, okay, we won another bureau. Good. Peoria Mansion. Yay! Oh, okay. Well, that is an interesting outcome. I did a similar design this week that I liked more that did not score well. And yet this one scored a 5, which is, I love 5s. I am completely and totally here for this. And we won. I like chairs with pillows, and I like furniture with pillows. So I'm very into this chair. I really like that. And, oh, hey, my score was a 4.73 at that point before I messed it up with some ugly rooms. I should have known better. That's not bad. There's some nice rooms here in these winners. I am pleased to have gotten a 5 here. Among all of these excellent rooms, look how nice that is, you guys. Wow, my room's not that nice. I got lucky. And there's another one hiding down here. Let's get rid of these. Denver Digs. I don't remember this at all. Wow, that was... See, this is a really bad room that scored really well. Thank God we won a bookcase. Okay, all of these rooms are ugly. This room was ugly that they gave us. Having said that, today's daily was also an ugly room. And sometimes you can't do anything about that. So let us discuss today's daily and the overall daily strategy, or one of a number of possible overall daily strategies. Okay, so the most important thing is do the daily every single day. You get $2,500, and who does not want $2,500? All right. So once you've committed to doing the daily, I would say that you should not, the dailies are the most competitive challenges that we do because you get $2,500. Basically, everybody who has Design Home installed does them. You've got nothing to lose. You're going to get the money, and sometimes you also win a prize. There's no downside to doing the dailies, so everybody does them. Scoring well is really hard. I have, let's see here. I have done 1,132 designs, and I've gotten 112 5-star scores, and I would say 2 of them, possibly 3, have been on dailies. They're just so difficult to score well on. So while we do want to do the daily every day, I would say the following things. 1, do not waste limited edition items on the daily. It's a waste of these items. You are not going to see a return on your investment. Like, you have spent diamonds for limited edition items. You've spent more than 125 diamonds on your limited edition items. But 125 diamonds is the most diamonds you can win on a daily. You are not going to see a return on those diamonds, and your chances of seeing even the 125 diamonds is very, very small. I would also say don't buy furniture for a daily unless it's something you want for other challenges. Like, if you open up a daily and it's super French in style and you don't own any French furniture, do not go out and buy $7,000 worth of French furniture just to complete the daily if you are not going to use it in a load of other rooms because you're a gigantic fan of French furniture. All you've done is waste $7,000 because you're not going to get a 5 and you're not going to win back diamonds, and it's a waste of money. I would say also don't spend diamonds on decor unless you're restocking something really basic like a plant. Like this plant over here. I use this plant all the time. It's definitely my most used item, so I will always buy this plant to fill out a daily because I will definitely use it again. It's not an investment specifically in this room, it's an investment in my general inventory. And so then the last thing I would say is try to use what's in your inventory already. Don't buy stuff to do dailies with. Use what you have. Save your resources for other challenges where you have a better chance of getting a good return on your investment with a nice score. So, having said all of that, here is my ugly room that I did today. It has no limited edition items. It uses furniture I had in my inventory. This is like the only way I can think of to get rid of this ugly couch. Like what? It's like stick furniture. Who came up with this? Whatever. It's hideous. Okay. So I'm pleased to be able to get rid of that, and I didn't buy anything for this room except the plant, which I will use all the time. So I'm pretty happy to pass along those tips. I'm sorry that this room is an incredibly ugly example of how to do the daily, but what I will say is that the room they gave us, it's not an attractive room. So now that we've done that, let's do some voting, and then let's go back and submit that room. I know I have enough keys to enter, but people seem to like voting, so we're going to do it anyway. Oh, this is bad voting. Design Home, why do you hate me? I just want to amuse people, and here you are giving me super crappy rooms. Okay, well, the room on the bottom is actually not bad. It has some nice stuff in it. Here's this person is at least level 48. That's not the worst piece of art in this game. Man, there's so much bad art in this game. Wow, okay, so this person is at least level 65. Because that pot plant over there in the corner on the right side is a level 65 item. I just, it's not ugly, but man, is it boring. I would have done blue furniture in this room, even if I was just trying to get rid of this art. But it has a rug, so we're voting for that. The room on the bottom seems better put together, but the art just borks the whole thing. And the room on the top has a terrible rug and is very bland, but the art is better. So we're going to vote these equal and move on. Man, these are just the most boring rooms in the universe. The room on the bottom is better put together than the room on the top. It's a nicer selection of furniture, and the art is better. So we're going to vote for that. Ugh. Oh. Well, I really like the room on the top with that rug. That rug was a prize recently, and I think I've used almost all of mine. I love that rug. It's really nice. It brings a load of color. It kind of, unfortunately, looks a bit like a tree after an Australian bushfire. I keep thinking that every time I look at it. It just looks burned. But that's a very temporal problem in the time-space continuum. So that does not actually detract from the fact that it's a nice rug. This room, on the other hand, this person has dumped the bundle into this room, but the choice of the blue they've chosen for the couch looks terrible in this room. They've gone whole hog with their coordinating furniture set. It's just the coordinating furniture set that they've chosen doesn't coordinate with anything except the furniture. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't like to poke fun at other people's disabilities, but sometimes I do wonder if people are colorblind. Like maybe if you are colorblind and you just sort by blue, those chairs and the rug look more similar than they are. I don't know. They do have art. At least they have art. Let's vote these rooms equal. Okay. Is this the same room as the last room we voted on? It is. Okay, we're not voting on this. I'm going to get rid of this and come back when we have better rooms to vote on. See you in a second. Here we are, you guys. This looks more promising. I really loved doing this room. I like concrete. I just do. I like it as a texture. And I enjoyed decorating this room, and I like seeing what other people did with it. I don't get the lemon thing. Like, concrete is about as opposite of natural decor as you can get, and yet this person has chosen lemon wall art, a zebra rug that doesn't go with it, the lemons, and flowers on their coffee table. It's a very odd combination of things. It does not fit this room at all, whereas the room on the top is way better with the emphasis on the gray and the abstract rug and the abstract wall art, and we are voting for that. Okay, well, the room on the top isn't saying much, but this room on the bottom, it's not spectacular, but there are things here that I like, and certainly an effort has been made. This plant is a good choice because of the pot container and the black metal feet. It's a very good choice for this room. I also think that the choice to use this couch with, see, here's the couch, and it has the wooden side. I hate it. It's so 80s. It's atrocious. I have been working hard to get rid of mine constructively, to use them up, but use them in rooms where they fit. But this person chose that couch. They've chosen this decor set to go with it, which is absolutely perfect. And the coffee table that they've chosen, this one, goes with the wood on the couch really, really well. So the overall effect might be arguably bland, and it is, but it's a very nice job. It's very thoughtful and well put together, and we're going to vote for that one. Good job, Wayne Gray. This room on the bottom uses that rug that I was talking about that looked like burned bark, and it's a good job, man, until you get to the art. Like, this person has been so let down by their art selection, and I'm wondering, is this art selection because they don't have any other art that they can choose? I think this is a low-level player who just hit level 13 because they're using level 13 watercolor leaves, and they're using these level 13 watercolor leaves, and the plant that they've chosen, which is also a good choice, is level 13. And they won this rug. Maybe if they had used a green-toned rug, I don't know if they have one at that level, it would have looked better, or a neutral rug. I'm not really sure. Definitely an effort was made. Neither one of these rooms is outstanding. And I realize that the room on the top doesn't have two pieces of art or a plant, but the furniture selection is better than the room on the bottom, so I'm voting them equal. They both have strengths and weaknesses. Oh, right. The Modernist Canoe Club. That's totally a thing. What? What is this person thinking? Mounted paddles with the concrete modernist box? That's not a thing. That's not a thing. And we have definitely not gone sailing. And I feel like by level 65, you should know better than this. So even though the room on the bottom doesn't have a rug, I kind of want to vote for it just out of what the fuckness. So I am. Maybe I'm having a cranky day. I don't feel like I am. I actually really like this room on the bottom, you guys. I love the simple but striking art piece that really provides a focal point for this room. It is the focal point for this room, and it is nicely highlighted by the choice of the vase underneath it. Those are both level 83 things, not that it matters. And this person has bravely chosen to go with the theme by using an animal skin rug, and there's no plant. This room would benefit from a plant. Like at level 83, I feel like you should have figured out the plant thing. If there was a plant on the right-hand side, this room would be immensely better than it is. But I like, as far as this room has gone, I like what Allison has done with it. Good job, Allison. All right, let's do one more. Wait, is this the boring one? It is. Yuck, I can't even bother. This room is terrible. Again, it's one of those rooms that looks like a garage conversion. The ceiling is so low, and the whole thing is just claustrophobic, and the windows are tiny, and the rooms are ugly. And the results are ugly. Mine was probably ugly too. I don't even know what mine looked like. So I think that we will go back to the design and the daily. Speaking of ugly, do I have feelings about this room? Do you know what? It's very dark, and brown and black is like either you're into it or you're not. I personally am not, but having acknowledge that it's not a bad room and it could score well. So I'm going to think happy thoughts about this room and send it off into the wilderness to go meet all the Karens and the Beckys. I wish you well, little room. Go with God. All right. So that, I think, sums up today's episode, or is the end of today's episode. We did a quick daily strategy tutorial. We looked at some results. We did a bunch of voting, and we sent today's daily in. I hope you guys had a good time. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see future episodes of Game of Rugs, please feel free to become a subscriber. We would love to have you. Bye now.